30 degrees outside and somehow you expect me to wear sleeves up to here and shoes that cover my feet, and you want me to slap a wig on my head just because I want to defend a project that no, I'm not even sure I'm gonna get a job from. And somehow we expect people that these things are not common to just accept us the way we are. And free your afro, free the coils, it all ends online for most Nigerians, because when you go back to the workplace and when you go back to the classroom, you're expected to cover your hair, and they ask you questions like, are you not going to make your hair? Oh, you lose your hair, you're going to make it. Is this how you're going to defend your project? You're looking tattered though. And so in a typical classroom, except you're studying maybe fine arts and theater arts, you can't walk into the classroom looking like this because it's not considered clean. And so it's very funny what we do in this country sometimes. And this is a country where you see, in a very hot place, it's 30 degrees outside, the sun is hot and scorching, and then you expect filling station workers, you expect them to wear a material that is not comfortable at all under hot sun. They're going to wear innerwear, belt and everything, and shoes, and then dress very corporate, and some of them even wear cap. You want them to smile to customers too. It sounds very common sense, like, bah, you want them to smile to customers even under that hot sun and under that pressure. And let's say maybe that rain drizzles around that kind 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. and sun comes up again around 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. and you expect them to smell very fine because obviously their armpits are out, right? You want them to wear shirts and trousers and still expect them to smell very fine and smile with customers. So there are a lot of systems that we adopt that we cannot adapt because of our weather. Okay, so Nigeria is a hot country already. The last thing we need is to make it hotter. We don't need more corporateness. Let us dress according to how our weather is like. Let's not even go to the offices where you are expected to wear a coat, because I will not call that suit. A lot of our mothers and our fathers wear coats to offices, and in the office this AC has spoiled since 2018 and it's not been fixed. Maybe money was not allocated, maybe money was allocated and not given, and it's not being fixed, and you expect a man in his 50s and a woman, a pregnant woman, to wear a coat to that office. And it sounds very, very pleasant to the ears, but and you want them to cover their toes, and if fungi affect their toes, they are dirty people. Just because I don't even understand the logic behind that. In a hot country, she's going to go through thousands and thousands of files, and obviously her armpits are going to be wet, because it's a hot country, and then you want her to wear a coat. And like, that is not enough. That same woman wearing a coat will see a girl wearing something like I am and call her indecent. I don't know, maybe because the frustration cannot go directly to her boss forcing her to wear a coat, and so she puts on young girls and calls them indecent for wearing something that fits the weather. So do we even really need help? Because when young ones like us try to talk about these things and try to say, it's not about morality, it's about destroying systems that no longer work. So it's not about, oh, cover yourself. It's not really about that. It's that our weather is hot, and you don't expect me to make bomb hair braids in this kind of weather. It's not like I grew up with air conditioner, and even if I did grow up with air conditioner, it's Nigeria, we don't have light. So in the night, I'm going to be using my book to fan myself because I'm very hot. But I'm going to have to go through that because I want to please a department the next day, a department that I'm going to work so hard for and still get a C because I want to please them. I'm going to wear that. So these are the problems, these are the issues. We take strategies, we take systems, we take, ideologies that don't work, and somehow force our people to act with it just because I don't understand why we do that. And so that's why sometimes a lot of us are angry and we're walking on the road and we're like, and let's not even forget how we don't take an umbrella. No one's walking around with an umbrella in this hot sun because the fathers don't want to seem gay. and then the girls just don't have that time. They want to rush. I mean, the braids are already heavy. The last thing they need is an umbrella to just work. But I'm happy a lot of us are taking, the small electronic fan at least. And then we get squeezed like sardines in classes like that, dressed with sleeves like that. We are in classes that are not well ventilated, and in a class of 106 we have only one window, no fan, no light, and there are cobwebs everywhere. How do we breathe? Excuse me, like how do you expect students to breathe? How can a student even listen to the lecturer in that class? And so it's all these things that contribute to our anger, our attitude on love. And when I say love, it doesn't have to be romance. Our anger, our attitude on love, and in general, just our outlook on life. So please, ventilate your armpits today and let your hair breathe. As always, just take care.